Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 2 million Germans currently finding themselves in this little valley, facing off a horde of Americans. What we got going on here then, ladies and gentlemen? Well, these 2 million Germans have only gone ahead and forgotten all their ammunition, so they're going to be charging right into our American defensive line here, and they're going to be trying to take them on in melee combat. However, the Americans have got plenty of ammunition today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got about 4,000 shotguns here, 7,000 SMGs, and about 4 Sherman tanks. Now, this isn't the only defensive line here. We've got a couple more up this narrow little pass. Ultimately, what we're hoping for is to be able to eradicate all the Germans before they get to this up here, the final line of SMG troops. So, the defenders certainly have their work cut out for them. As always, let's kick off our battle and see what happens. Oh my, straight away, there is just thousands and thousands of shotgun shells and SMG rounds going right into that German line. Oh my god, let's just hit that slow-mo. Let's get this. Oh, look at all that firepower. Oh my god, that's absolutely insane. Tank shells going off in the middle of them. The Germans are just being absolutely ripped asunder right now. Look at all the blood that is pouring out of these poor chaps right here. God, let's take it out of slow-mo. Let's see if the Germans can even get closer to the front line. Going over to the flank over here. It does... Oh, it does look like they're getting close, but then they just get absolutely mowed down. Oh my god. Oh, they fire it. It's almost like they're in volley fire mode there. Come on, let's see that volley. There it is. Look at that. Oh my god, that just absolutely eradicates the poor old Germans here. Oh, let's take it out of slow-mo. Oh my god, the Germans already 8,000 losses strong here. So what we're dealing with here, we've got SMGs here right on this front line, and followed by shotguns right next to it. And the Germans, oh my god, are they paying for forgetting their ammunition? Hundreds of them are just being ripped apart right now. Half of them haven't even got to the front line. Though it must be said, on the flanks, it does look like they're starting to make way over there and over here. They are trying to get up close, but look at this. What is that? These bullets are actually like hitting a wall or something. When you see smoke like that, it means the bullet has hit something, and that looks like they're just hitting a wall right in front of them. That's a bit weird, but oh my, look at this, the front line. Slowly but surely, the Germans are getting closer and closer. Oh my god, that is absolutely insane. The amount of firepower coming out at the moment. The Germans just folding over as they get closer and closer. Oh geez, I would not like to be on the receiving end of this. 40,000 Germans have been killed so far. It's nowhere near enough though. Let's go have a look. How are we doing over here? None of these troops are firing yet, okay? Look at all these bright lights. Oh my god, it's like Christmas. It's the 4th of July going on over here. You can see there is a little gap here. The Germans are pushing through it little by little, but my god, they're taking extreme losses pushing through that. Oh, no, look at this. They are pushing through here. The shotguns on the flanks are not able to hold out against the flow of this big. My god, the Germans pouring into the breach here, getting up to 1,700 kills so far. Although the ultimate question will be, once they push past these lines, if they push past these lines, will they be able to take on the final breach? That is a very narrow gap that they've got to go through over there. But my god, this front line so far is just being ripped open. Germans flying left, right and centre, joining the Pinky Space program. Oh my god, there we go. Absolutely wonderful stuff. How are we doing over here? We are starting to make ourselves a little bit of a body wall over here. That is going to be really, really good for the attackers. Though actually, kind of at this angle, I don't think it's going to matter too much, because normally when they build a body pile like this out of bodies, obviously that's what a body pile is, it really hampers defenders who are on hold, because what happens is they start aiming upwards, and when they aim upwards, as the enemies come over the bodies, they're not getting as many collateral kills. However, because they're on such an elevated position here, they are still getting plenty of collateral kills. How is our front line doing over here? So the main front line has now collapsed, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to this SMG line. It does look like the shotguns on this side. Oh no, there is a few left. We do have a few shotguns left over this side. This is extremely close quarters. Oh my. I bet you're kind of glad you'd have a shotgun though at that point. I don't know though. Maybe an SMG. Let me know in the comments below. What would you actually prefer in this situation? Would you prefer to have the spread of the shotgun, or would you prefer the fully automatic firepower of the SMG? No, you can't answer you'd like to be in the tank. That is cheating. Everyone would like to be in the tank in this situation. The Germans would love to be in the tank in this situation. Oh my. Speaking of the Germans, they really are trying to swarm at this second line here now. We can see the shotgun line behind them has opened up and is letting loose on anyone who's stupid enough to get close to them. No one's close enough yet, so they're just sort of making horrible, horrible spreads all over the troops who are trying to push up the hill behind them right now. But these tanks are going to be a little bit of a game changer here. The enemy here are going to get distracted by a lot of these tanks here. They're going to be trying to take these out for quite a while, especially with all the SMGs here, just ripping them open. Oh my. Have we got any blood going on at the moment? Let's have a look. It doesn't look like we've got too much blood going on. What's going on here? Where's the blood? We want blood to be flowing. It all kind of looks like it's dried up at the moment. Oh well, hopefully by the end game we'll have something. What's going on over here? I'm absolutely amazed that this SMG squad here is still holding out. The Germans have had them surrounded now for God knows how long. Maybe it's just how weird the terrain is. It's actually helping them out. That's possibly it, because look, they can't completely surround them, so this gives them a little bit of leeway to keep firing right into the faces of these Germans, and that's exactly what they're doing. How's our front line doing here? Oh my, look at this. A few Germans every now and then trying to push round to the shotguns, and they're probably instantly regretting it the second they come out of these trees here. What have we got here? One shotgun dude all by himself. What are you doing over here, mate? Are you going to be our thumbnail? Is this our thumbnail character? No. Oh my, let's have a look. The tanks now taking a beating. Here we go. This is where they come into their own, ladies and gentlemen. The Germans here are going to be distracted by these tanks for quite a while, and these tanks are going to take a lot of punishment from these rifles. And I mean a hell of a lot of punishment. They've got armor up the wazoo here. Now let's have a look. How are we doing over here? I'm expecting that a few Germans might start leaving this area and trying to push up towards the shotguns, as they're doing on that side. Shotguns holding out quite nicely at the moment, though. None of the Germans have actually gotten towards that front line there, where you can see the flow of Germans is increasing bit by bit as more and more of the poor old soldiers over this side die off. Let's have a look at our kill counters. 130,000 is being rapidly approached. Not bad, considering we've only lost 6,500 almost. And the SMGs over here still going, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely commendations, purple hearts, wherever it is, wherever you want, because they have been holding out here for a ridiculous amount of time now. These Germans are just having a lazy Sunday by the looks of it. Now our tanks, look at this, completely surrounded. There is a few SMGs safely wedged in between them, and they will be putting in work on them Germans. In the meantime though, the shotgun line behind them now is fully engaged. We can see the SMG line behind them. Oh gosh, the camera breaking there on the cliff face. Yeah, the SMG line behind these chaps now is also in full effect. Oh my, oh my. This is turning into quite a bloody fight here. It looks like we've sort of split the German army a little bit, the half and half. Half of them want to go for the tanks over here, and half of them want to go over here. Now, this is excellent news for our shotgunners in the center, who are just absolutely hammering the back line of Germans here. Oh my, look at all that blood coming out. Let's hit that slow-mo. Look at all these shotgun shells just swooping overhead right into the German lines down there. That is absolute insanity. Lots of SMG shells as well. Though it must be said, what is starting to happen here? We are building a body wall, and that's going to stop the supporting fire. That really will stop the supporting fire for the tanks. I mean, maybe some of the bullets going higher up will be able to hit. Is this guy going to get shot while he's in midair? That'd be awful for you, dude. But yeah, as this wall starts to form here, these shotguns are going to shoot higher and higher. Look like as they are here. These are pretty much shooting level now, these chaps here, which means that their shells are going to be flying all the way over there if they do miss, as more Germans do acrobatics through the air. Oh, Hans doing a Hans stand. Oh my, we love to see it. Let's take it out slow-mo as he slams into the floor. Excellent stuff. Now, how are our tanks doing? The tanks are absolutely bloodied and battered right about now. But it must be said, they're holding out. They're making excellent distraction forces here. Let's have a look. How are we doing up here? Have the Germans found a way around yet? It doesn't look like it. There are ways that they can come around the flanks, but I'm hoping that they just sort of stay over here and don't bother going around, because ultimately, this is where I want them all. Now, what I think we're going to do is quickly hit a time-lapse camera, because these tanks are going to take a little while to, basically be destroyed. vanish from thin air, as the game likes to do it. So we'll be back in a moment. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, coming down to our last tank, and it's just been obliterated. The last few SMG troops here have been exposed and are now being surrounded. Unfortunately, in the process, our shotgun line was decimated also. But now, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, what I like to call the surge. This is when a bunch of units have no longer got anything near them, and they charge towards the next nearest unit. My god, the camera there glitching out on the cliff face. But yes, look at this. The Germans now charging this SMG line, and my god, they are going to be taking insane losses here. Oh god, look at them. They are getting absolutely ripped open as they try to charge into these SMGs. SMGs putting in work. The Germans slowly but surely filtering through. Let's go have a look at the top up here. Yeah, see, this is what I was afraid of happening. In the end, the Germans did manage to find a flank around the other side, which is just over here. And there is one over this side as well, which is only... Luckily, though, this one is just a narrow little pass up this cliff face over here. So there's not too many coming in. But unfortunately, it does look like, though, that the rear line has now been engaged. And this line over here as well. So these chaps really need to hold out against these Germans. And they're doing a good job so far. The Germans melting against that front row as the Thompsons just pump lead right into the faces of the poor old boys here. Look at all these bodies tumbling down the hill. My god, it's a roly-poly contest. Lots of tracer fire going down the hill, hitting Germans who've got no clue what's going on up at the front here. Look at this, there's a guy up here as well. Oh, there's two up here. Okay, well, it looks like then that the Americans aren't going to lose this at all, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't think there's any way for the Germans to get up here towards these chaps. I mean, look at this. We're going to call this Leo and Clark. Yep, that's it. I couldn't think of a second name. Clark is the one. Yep, we're going with Clark. Leo and Clark up here are just going to absolutely be able to kill the entire horde all by themselves. Because look at this. They're on this weird bit of rock, and I don't know if there's any way that they can path up there. So, there we go. Now, let's have a look at this. 228,000 kills to the defenders. 7,800 losses. 7,900 losses, should I say. Sorry. But yeah, look, the Germans are making little bit of progress on this side. They've probably killed one or two. However, on this side, they are just chewing through the SMGs, pouring over that hill. This hill really has given them a lot of cover, let's be frank. Without this hill, there'd be a very different story. It'd be a big open field where they'd be able to absolutely slaughter them, rather much like what's happening over here. Now, I don't know how long these SMGs are going to hold out for. They are absolutely rinsing off the Germans, but ultimately, when these chaps fall, it is all over, ladies and gentlemen. That backline will not hold. Now, should that backline fall, there might be a little bit of a chance that this line will be able to hold. You know, say if the Germans start getting funneled down the valley again from the top, maybe they can hold that just for a little bit. As you can see, the reinforcements in this side are not too heavy, so maybe they can hold out and they'd have a lot better field of fire. Let's go see, have we got any blood lakes down the bottom for me? Yeah, can't see any. It's a little bit sad, I can't see any blood lakes. Oh well, I was hoping that we'd get some massive blood lakes down the bottom, but you know what? Oh, look at that! I saw a load of blood there then. Perhaps it's glitching out on the rocks a little bit. Perhaps that's what's happening. But no, our front line here is holding absolutely perfectly so far. The Germans, yeah, again, the only word I can use is melting into them, because they really are. The Germans get up here and then they're just greeted by all these SMGs, blasting them right in the face. Oh my god, that is a devastating front line. Germans pushing in, as always, just a constant flow of them now. Now, these chaps over here, they've got a better field of fire, actually. Look at that. They can see the Germans coming from miles away, and they can pretty much lay into them. So, hopefully half of them will end up injured before they get to the front line, but, you know, there's no telling. Now, it does look like this line, little by little, is faltering. The Germans are pushing forward, using that body pile, realistically. That is what is helping them. Let's hit the slow-mo. Because look at this. As they come over the body pile here, the Americans are yet again shooting out straight, so there's no collateral happening right now. That is pretty bad. They need them collateral kills. It really does help out. 242,000 kills is rapidly being approached now. And you know what? It's got to be said, if they get to 250,000, I will be amazed. 10,000 troops manage it. I think it was about 10,500 troops in total. If they manage to get to 250,000 kills between them, that is absolutely insane. That's like the population of a small town that they wiped out just between them in this one narrow little alleyway. Now you can see a lot of the Germans behind them have been injured, but as we were just saying, not as many of them will be now, because there is a lot less collateral, which really is going to matter. Because when the injured Germans get to the front, they die obviously a hell of a lot quicker than any of their partners with full health over here. But what I think we'll do very quickly is hit a time-lapse camera, because I don't know what is going to fall here. We're just literally waiting for one of the either side to collapse, and I think it might be the lower side down there that collapses first, judging by the stem, the flow of Germans that are coming in. There is quite a few of them, don't get me wrong, but they are not able to really gather up their forces so much. So we'll be back in a second. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the background, it looks like the SMG line might be starting to falter down here. Yeah, it does look like it. We're down to our last few troops here, bravely holding out against this insane tide of Germans now. We did manage to breach 250,000 kills, though there is still a hell of a lot of Germans ready to pour up this narrow pass here. There we go. The surround is happening here. That means these chaps are about to be in for a world of hurt, ready to come running up here. As you can see, they've already been in quite a bit of trouble, you know, with these Germans coming all the way around and trying to, you know, just basically ruin the plan that I had. That's essentially what they did. They ruined the plan. I wanted these guys to be up here as the final stand, as all these Germans come running up. But however, you know, I've sort of got my wish. They are the final stand. They're not shooting the Germans who are running up the hill. That's the only the only problem. Here we go. The Germans now smashing right in to the rear and final line over here. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the grand finale. As we can see, the reinforcements from this side now are actually starting to group up as the firepower is being split. Though, like I said, I am extremely happy. We've got to 160,000 kills almost. We'll be there by the end of this, I can assure you. But yeah, 160,000 kills at least is not bad to the 10,000 that we would have lost. That is an excellent kind of kill ratio. That's the kind of kill ratio I like. But look at this. Oh, we've got some magnificent blood here, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very turbulent, though. This is nice to see, considering, you know, that we didn't get any down here. I'll go and check one more time, but I'm pretty certain that we didn't get any down here. No, I can't see any pools. Oh, we did. We did. We have got one pool right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that deep. It is literally an ankle biter. That is kind of disappointing, unfortunately, but, you know, it is what it is. Now, let's go back now to our final stand here. The Germans trying to surround them. In fact, no, I thought for a second they had, but they haven't completely surrounded them yet. But you know what? They're as good as. We've got this basically an arrow formation that is left here now. Almost a little diamond tip spear. But here we go. All the Germans completely surrounded them. I bet Hans and Muller are absolutely loving this now. The revenge, the sweet, sweet revenge. They had to push up that narrow little pass. They took insane amounts of losses in the process, and now look at them, freely able to swarm up to the top, only to find that there was another way around. That's got to be, you know, a bit of a... that's got to hurt their feelings a little bit. Imagine pushing up that only to discover there was a much easier, less guarded way to come. You'd feel a little bit let down. But, ladies and gentlemen, our last 280 troops here making their final stand. Oh my, oh my. Can we actually get to 270,000? That's optimistic, I will say. It's extremely optimistic considering there's only 200 left. So, yeah, let's find out in a second. Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen. I'm afraid that's all she wrote. The last couple of troops. Apparently there's 6 left alive somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. I know we've got our 2 chaps down here who are going to hold out until the end of time. But apparently there's 4 more somewhere. No idea where. I can't see any other gunfire. Oh, maybe. Actually, maybe down here. Yeah, look, there's someone over there. They are Okay, yeah, we have got a couple of troops up here laying down shots as well. So I think, though, we are going to call this one here. In the end, unfortunately, the defense was just not enough. The Germans, look at how many are left of them, just absolutely rinsed their way through it. But ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and massive shout out to all our channel members who help to keep this channel going. Why not check out the merch store as well? We've got some excellent artwork on there for you to go and have a lovely little gander at. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.